Welcome, children. We take up Act 2, Scene 9, Belmont, a room in Portia's house. Enter Nerissa with a servant. Here, we find that Aragon also comes and he makes a selection. We have already seen Morocco doing it. Now we will see Aragon doing that. What Aragon does. Nerissa, quick, quick. I pray thee, draw the curtain straight. Hurry up. I request you. Pray thee, request you. Open the curtains at once. The Prince of Aragon had taken his oath. The Prince of Aragon has already taken the oath. Prince of Aragon is another suitor who has come to select the casket. He has come to make the choice and comes to his election presently. To make his choice, he is coming. Flourish of cornets, enter the Prince of Aragon, Portia, and their trains. Now you can hear the sounds of trumpets, and the Prince of Aragon enters along with Portia and their attendants, all the people, the noble ones or whoever is there, servants and all these people come along. Portia, behold, there stands the casket. There stand the caskets, noble prince. If you choose that wherein I am contained, straight shall our nuptial rites be solemnized. Look, behold, look, there you find the caskets. Noble prince. Who is the noble prince? The Prince of Aragon. And if you choose the casket in which I am there, I means here the picture of Portia. Immediately, straight our nuptial rites be solemnized. Our marriage ceremony will be performed immediately. Solemnized, performed. But if you fail, without more speech, my lord, you must be gone from hence immediately. But if you fail to choose the right casket, without uttering a single word, without speaking anything, my lord refers to Prince of Aragon, you must be gone from hence immediately. You must immediately leave this place. Aragon, I am enjoined by oath to observe three things. First, never to unfold to anyone which casket it was I chose. Next, if I fail of the right casket, never in my life to woo a maid in way of marriage. Lastly, if I do fail in fortune of my choice, immediately to leave you and be gone. There are three things which Aragon is supposed to do. He is bound, enjoined, bound by oath. He has taken an oath. And three things he must follow. So you must learn this, put a tick mark here and learn this. What are the three things he must do? It's not only he, anybody who comes to choose, if they take the oath, these three things they have to promise that they will keep up. What are the three things? The first one is never to unfold to anybody, never to disclose to anybody which casket it was I chose, which casket they have chosen. You know what is the reason? There are only three caskets. Three people come to choose. One fellow comes and says, oh, I chose the gold casket in that Portia's picture was not there. Second one comes, he says, I chose the lead casket, Portia's picture was not there in that. Then what is left? Silver is left. It is known, it'll be clear to that person. The third one, that is only silver is left, so I have to choose silver, isn't it? So to avoid such things, we have to keep in mind that he should not tell anybody which casket he has chosen. The next is, if I fail of the right casket, never in my life to woo in way of marriage. Never to woo in way of marriage. If I fail to choose the right casket, never should I tell anybody which casket I have chosen. That is one. And never to ask anybody about ask anybody or anybody in the situation to ask about anybody about the marriage, to ask any girl that I would like to marry you or propose any girl, any other girl. If I do fail in fortune of my choice, immediately to leave you and be gone. And the third condition is that if I fail to choose the right casket, then I must leave this place immediately and go. So three things. One is never to tell anybody which casket that person has chosen. Second thing is never to ask any other girl that he wants to marry, that is, propose any other girl in the way of marriage. Third is three things. Third is leave the place immediately without uttering a word. You leave the place immediately and go. Portia. To these injunctions, everyone doth swear that comes to hazard for my worthless self. To these conditions, everyone who comes, to these three conditions, they take oath. Those who come to risk, those who take risk, they have to follow these three conditions. For my worthless self, she considers herself to be a worthless person. For my worthless self, the people, they have to risk, they have to follow their condition, these conditions which are mentioned above. Aragon. And so have I addressed me, fortune now to my heart's hope. He says, okay, I have agreed for these. Fortune now to my heart's hope. May fortune now favor my hope, the hopes of my heart. Gold, silver, and base lead. He says, okay, the three caskets are gold, silver, and lead. These, the common lead, a very, what do you call, which is a priceless, which is not priceless, which is a very simple one, a common metal, lead. Who chooseth me must give and hazard all he hath. What is written on the three caskets? Who chooseth me must give and hazard all he hath. What is this in the casket written? The one who chooses me must give and risk all he has. Hazard, risk. You shall look fairer ere I give or hazard. So this is the this is the inscription on the lead casket. He says that you should look fairer, more attractive before I give or I hazard. Lead is not a attractive metal, costly metal. So he says that you don't look attractive. You should look more attractive. If you're attractive, then only I can risk. Like if you're getting a lottery of 10 crores, then you can risk 1 lakh rupees to buy a lottery. So you have to look more attractive. Here, lead, you are not attractive at all. So that I risk something for you. What says the golden chest? What is written on that golden box? Let me see. Now let me see what is written on that. Who chooseth me shall gain what many men desire. One who chooses me will gain what many men desire. What many men desire? What many men desire? All men desire whom? Portia. Here, that many may be meant to by the full multitude. He says here, many maybe, it means the foolish majority, foolish masses that choose by show. They only choose by external appearance. Generally, common people, they choose by what they see with their eyes. It should look nice, beautiful, then they choose. So that choose by show, not learning more than the fond eye doth teach. They don't see very clearly, they just see what is seen by their eyes. They choose by the external appearance. They only see what they can, what their foolish eye can see, what it can show. So fond eye, foolish eye, which pries not to the interior. They don't look inside into it. They don't look more closely. They don't have keen observation, you can say. But like the martlet, builds in the weather on the outward wall, even in the force and road of casualty. This whole dialogue of Aragon you must learn, children. Here, a small, you can say, example is given. How people get, how people get fooled. Here, just like the martlet, martlet is a bird that builds nest of mud in the open air on the outward walls of houses. So, what happens is when it builds this one a nest on the outer wall, it is open to all disasters. There can be any danger. They are open to disaster, and they are always in the path of danger. Anything can happen. Maybe somebody, a child may hit it, then the nest is destroyed. Maybe rain, it rains heavily, stormy, due to wind, it may again break. Or if it is very windy, also it may affect. So all weather conditions can affect it very easily. The nest of the martlet. I will not choose what many men desire. So he says that that bird is very foolish. It puts itself in, it's ignorant of the dangers. It's foolish. So he says, I will not do such things. I will not choose what many men desire. So, as everybody does, I am also not going to do the same way. Because I will not jump with common spirits. He says that I will not go along with men, other men. I'm different. And rank me with the barbarous multitudes. And rank me and put myself with the level of those other ignorant and foolish people. I'll not put myself in the same order. I also will not be like others, common people, who are ignorant, who are foolish. So I'm not going to select the gold casket. So he has rejected lead first. First he has rejected lead, then he has rejected golden. Now he's coming to silver. So you should also know the reason. Here, a few things you have to keep in mind. You have to know why, what oath he has taken, what conditions he has to follow. Three conditions. Then coming here, why he has rejected lead casket. Then why he has rejected golden casket. The reasons you should be able to learn. Now, why then to thee, thou silver treasure house? O precious silver casket. Let me turn to you. Tell me once more what title thou dost wear. What message is written on you? What is the inscription? Let me see. Who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. The one who chooses me will get as much as he deserves. Okay, as much as he deserves. And well said too. He said, okay, it's well said. Well said. For who shall go about to cozen fortune and be honorable without the stamp of merit? He said, it's said well because who can try to cheat, cozen, cheat fortune, luck, and be honorable, pretend to be dignified without the stamp of merit? Who can try to pretend to be um, dignified, which he does not deserve, without the stamp of merit, without having any merit? How can they pretend to be very dignified? Let none presume to wear an undeserved dignity. He said, who can, without having worth, how can you pretend to be a very worthy person? Let no one wear that, what do you call, that situation of dignity, nobility, unless he fully deserves it. To wear an undeserved dignity. Let not anybody put on that, like you can say, mask. It's not mask exactly. That behavior of very dignified person without having that. Oh, that estates, degrees, and offices were not derived corruptly. Estates, social ranks, degrees, posts of honor. Social ranks are like the lordships, knighthoods, all that which is given to a person. And degrees are posts of different posts of honor, and offices, the appointments. Let them not be taken by means of corruption. We see in the society how people take up these, they pay for that and they get that, those offices. Those who have money can buy things, anything they can buy in this world. That's what we see. So he says, let them not get it corruptly. That clear honor were purchased by the merit of the wearer. He says that only the one who is having that should get it. A deserving person should get it. The honor should be given only to the deserving person, the one who holds that title. Actually, in those days, the different ranks people, they used to wear different types of dress. It was the custom in those days. Seeing their dress, you could make out. Like you have the uniforms in any, like police department. They have uniform. Uniform is same, but they have some badges or something which tells that what is their rank. In same way, in those days in Britain, in England, they used to have different. There was little change in the dresses, which tells to which rank they belong. So, seeing the wearer, we come to know the title he has. How many then should cover that stand bear? How many they have to uh, remain? Actually, it is cover your head is to put on the hat. How many people are there when when you put on a hat, when some superior comes, or when you want to show respect to somebody, you have to remove the hat, and you have to stand bareheaded. You can't put on a hat who is superior to you. Or if you see a man sees a woman also, if he has to show respect, just remove the hat once and then put it on. So many of them cover like that, whereas they should stand bareheaded. They are inferior, but they cover their head. How many be commanded that command? How many would have to obey orders who are now giving orders? Why this will happen? Because they must have bribed and they must have got that particular position. How much low peasantry would then be gleaned from the true seed of honor? How many of those who belong to the lower class could be picked out from the noble, true sons of nobility? Maybe they are very noble in the sense they are noble by birth, but due to some reason they are leading a very uh, common life, very simple life. So they really deserve honor, but they don't get it. Seeing their simplicity and all, people will not believe. And how much honor picked from the chaff and ruin of the times. Those who are outcast, those who are ruined, how many of them they get? How much true honor one can get from the worthless common life, so that we pick them up from that, and we give them the true brightness, the true honor they should get. Picked from the chaff and ruin of the times. Those are ruined now completely. But due to various reasons in life, they are ruined. And they have to pick those grains from the chaff. As you pick grains, same way, they should be picked up and they should be given true honor. Does it happen? No. But, well, but to my choice, who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. Well, as far as I'm concerned, my choice is concerned, who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. Let me choose this particular thing, which tells that one who chooses me will get as much as he deserves. I will assume desert. I would claim that I deserve it. What I deserve, let me claim that. Give me a key for this and instantly unlock my fortunes here. Now give me the key. Let me open immediately, unlock my fortune, open my fortune without any delay. And saying that, he opens the silver casket. Portia, too long a pause for that which you find there. You're pause meant to stop. He opens the caskets and he is shocked. He's surprised. He's not uttering a single word. He's just, he up till now he spoke so many things I deserve, he felt, no? He doesn't open his mouth. He says, you're giving a long pause. And what do you find there that you're pausing for such a long time? Aragon, what's here? The portrait of a blinking idiot presenting me a schedule. What is there? Is the portrait, the picture of a fool with goggling eyes. And there is a scroll in it. A fool's picture is there. When Morocco he selected, there was a picture of a skull in it. And now there's a picture of a blinking idiot, a fool with goggling eyes, presenting me a schedule. There's a scroll also in that. I will read it. Let me read that. How much unlike art thou to Portia? He says that you are so different from Portia. This picture of a fool. How much unlike my hopes and my deservings. You're how different from my hopes and what I thought I deserved. You're totally different from that. Who chooseth me shall have as much as he deserves. Again, he reads the line in that. One who chooses me will get as much as he deserves. Did I deserve no more than a fool's head? What is this? Don't I deserve more than the fool's head? The picture of a clown, we can say. The Joker's picture is there. Don't I deserve more than this picture? Is that my prize? Is this my prize? Are my deserts no better? Don't I deserve anything better than this? Portia. To offend and judge are distinct offices and of opposed nature. So Portia says to offend, to do a crime, and to pass a judgment. These two are two different things. They are opposite in nature. They are different actions and so different in nature. Aragon, what is here? He reads the scroll. He finds the sentences there. The fire 7 times tried this. Silver is actually is refined in the furnace 7 times. Silver is put in the heat, extreme heat, 7 times for cleaning it actually. 7 times tried that judgment is. A judgment also is tested 7 times to see whether you're making any mistake or not. Always, you should not pass the judgment immediately. 7 times at least you should think how far it is correct. That did never choose amiss, so that you don't make any mistake. Nothing goes wrong with it. Some there be that shadow kiss. There are some people who only go behind illusions, shadows. Shadows means illusions. They are behind illusions. Such have but a shadow's bliss. They have only illusions as happiness. Illusion is which only you dream. It may not be true. So such people, they have only happiness also in illusion only. There be fools alive. I wish. I know. There are some foolish men, I know, silvered over. And so was this. I will never be your head. There are some foolish people, they have silver hair. Silver hair is actually a person when a person gets old, slowly, the black hair turns to silver. That tells that the person is experienced. Old age is symbolic of experience. So seeing that silver hair, we think that that person is experienced, but a person may be foolish. So he says, the scrolls tells us that you are, tells it indirectly that you are a foolish person. So as there are some people who are disguised in silver hair, same way, this casket also is having a silver covering, only to fool you. I will ever be your head. The fool's head will always be with you. So be gone. You're sped. You're finished. Still more fool I shall appear by the time I linger here. If I stay for some more time here, I'll look a, I'll look like a fool. So I will not stay anymore. I'll look like a bigger fool. With one fool's head I came to woo. I came to woo Portia with one foolish head. But I go away with two. But what is happening? I'm going back with two foolish heads. How? His head is one. Other head is the face of the fool, the idiot which he finds in the box. Sweet adieu. Goodbye. Farewell. Goodbye, sweet lady. I'll keep my oath patiently to bear my wrath. I'll keep up my oath, the promise which I have made. I'll keep it up to patiently bear the misfortune. I'll suffer my bad luck. Saying that, he moves out of the stage along with all his attendants. Portia thus had the candle sing the moth. In this way, the candle has burnt another moth. Burnt, sing means burnt. Moth is actually an insect. Oh, these deliberate fools, deliberate, headstrong fellows. When they do choose, they have the wisdom of their wit to lose. When they choose, the intelligence of their knowledge, how far they are intelligent, based on that only a person can think, isn't it? So here, they don't have intelligence. That's why they are making such a choice. Here, Aragon is compared to a foolish insect. That foolish insect which flutters around a bright light, and when it goes to the bright light, you must have seen at times some insects, they flutter around the lights in your house. What happens to them? When they touch the light, they get attracted to the light. They are foolish. They are burnt and they die. Same thing has happened here to Aragon. He also is something like that insect, which is burnt. Nerissa. The ancient saying is no hearsay. Hanging and viving goes by destiny. The old saying is very true, that being hanged or being married to a wife is decided by fate. It's fate which decides all this. Portia, come and draw the curtain, Nerissa. Portia says, draw the curtains back, Nerissa. Enter a servant. The servant enters. Where is my lady? Where is my lady? Here refers to, lady refers to Portia. Portia, here, what would my lord? She also is joking because he says lady, no? She says lord. She says, here, I'm here. What do you want, my lord? Servant, madam, there is alighted at your gate a young Venetian, one that comes before to signify the approaching of his lord. Madam, a young Venetian has just arrived near the gate. And one that comes before, in advance, one fellow has been sent in advance to announce the arrival, to signify, to announce the arrival of his master, from whom he bringeth sensible regrets. This messenger who has come ahead, he brings some greetings for you. To wit, that is to say, besides comments, courteous breath. He also, along with the messages, greetings, he also sends some gifts of rich value. Along with the greetings and compliments, he also sends some Gifts also, costly gifts. Yet I have not seen so likely an ambassador of love. I have never seen such a generous ambassador of love. A day in April never came so sweet. A day in April was never so pleasant to show how costly summer was at hand, showing that summer would be very rich, means summer would be very hot. So April tells how it would be. Same way here, one person has come. As this four-spurrer comes before his lord, there's the same way here, a horseman comes to tell ahead, announcing about the arrival of his master. Nature's splendor in the summer season can be seen. Here, the climatic condition of England is being spoken. Here, summer is very hot. There, summer is different. Portia, no more, I pray thee. Speak, don't speak anything more. I request you. I am half afeared that thou wilt say anon he is some kin to thee. I am afraid, I fear that you would say that he is presently, he's a, uh, he's your relation, a relative of yours. Thou spendest such high day wit in praising him because you're using so many words to praise him. I'm afraid you will say that he's your relative. Come, come, Nerissa, for I long to see quick Cupid's post that comes so mannerly. Come on, Nerissa, come, let us go. And let us see the messenger of Cupid. Cupid, as I told you, is a classical god of love. Here, post means messenger. Cupid's messenger, a messenger of love that comes in such a decent manner, well mannered, bringing some gifts and announcing that his master is coming. All these things are there. Nerissa, Bassanio, Lord Love, if thy will be it. May it be Bassanio, O God of love. If it is the will, surely this person is going to be Bassanio. We already know that she's in love with Bassanio. She has already seen him. She has heard of him. She's waiting that Bassanio should come to choose. And that's what is going to happen now. Let us see that later. Goodbye for today.